You can be good looking, you can have the money, you can have the game, and doesn't matter. You would still be losing the dating game because you're playing the game like a beggar and not a builder. And here's the part that most men do not understand, that your dating game is not a looks and money problem. It is a problem of your lack of leadership skills. And in today's video, I'm going to break men into 3 classes based on their mindset and show you why high performing entrepreneurs and team builders win in the game of dating, whereas the lowest class keeps on repeating the same humiliating mistakes in cycles again and again. So, if you're new here, I am Vesh and I'm a men's coach and I help men heal with their traumas, attachment issues, and wounded masculinity in order for them to pursue meaningful connection with women. If you want to work with me or if you want to get one of my courses, you can check the link in the description box below. Now, without any further ado, let's talk about the 3 classes of men and how it actually affects their dating outcome as well. Now, I'm going to break men into 3 different classes based on what I have observed when it comes to my clients as well. And this is not by your income, this is not by how you look, and this is not by your superficial characters like height, skin color, whatever it is, but it is mainly dependent on how men interpret reality. The first class of men is the externalizer. An externalizer is a man with a mindset that dating is a game of luck. He pulls the lever, he hopes for a lottery to fall in, and when he doesn't get that, he starts raging and he believes his outcomes are actually controlled by his luck, by women, by female psychology, by his ex, or anything related to his childhood, but this man never takes responsibility, whereas all he knows is rage baiting. And these are the kind of men who are never going to get women because unconsciously they believe that women are the one who is always in the wrong, but they never believe that they are the ones, their traumas are the ones who actually attracted such a bad woman even into his life in the very first place, who caused him more relationship traumas to actually heal from. So, an externalizer is a man with no accountability in him. He does not have a mindset of taking responsibility, looking within, but at the same time, he wants to be in a relationship and he wants to actually attract women and have a healthy, happy life with a woman. But he would not work on himself. Class 2 is the performer. These are men with the mindset that you actually earn love by performing, by making her laugh, by overgiving, by chasing her, by trying to put in the most amount of effort as possible, and as a result of which you would get the woman. So the nice guys typically fall in this category of the performer. And once these performers don't get the woman, they're taken advantage of, they're taken for granted, and they are heartbroken, then they develop the mindset of class 1, the externalizer, who start hating on women. And the niceness over here is basically an unconscious motive to actually get the relationship, finally prove it to himself that he is worthy of love. But somewhere he's looking for the love that he lacked in his childhood in another woman. But at the same time, when he's not getting that repeatedly and when he's getting hurt because of his choice in women, sometimes the performer can actually take accountability and also look within and start working on himself. And this leads me to class 3, the builder, a man with the mindset of actually working on himself, improving himself so that he does not repeat his old mistakes again and again. He is not someone who believes that dating outcomes are actually dependent on factors outside his control, but he believes that outcomes are dependent on his actions, his standards, his ability to walk away, his ability to say yes or no depending on who is in front of him. He is not desperate, he is not looking to use a relationship to fill his loneliness or a void inside him. And he is a man with a great amount of emotional self-control. He moves like a leader. He does not collapse under uncertainty. Most importantly, he is self-aware. He knows all his shadow aspects and light aspects, and he works actively on his shadow aspects to improve him as a man, to put him in a position where he is the one choosing the woman to be in his life, and it's not the other way around. And this is not just some motivational talk. This leads us straight into a psychological term known as locus of control. which determines whether you believe your outcomes are actually shaped by you, by who you are as a person, or your outcomes are actually shaped by external factors. Typically, men who take accountability and work on themselves to heal themselves and even look within to actually ask the question, what is it inside me that attracted this woman who hurt me into my life, versus men who just go around rage baiting in my comment section and all over the internet saying women are always the bad ones. But there is no generalization over there. As much as there's bad women, there's also bad men. As much as there's good women, there's also good men as well. But it's you who got attracted to those bad women out there who took advantage of you. And when you have that internal locus of control, research shows that you are more likely to attract a satisfactory relationship in your life because you are not outsourcing your worth to external factors. Whereas when you have an external locus of control, you stay in the victim mindset. You're constantly in a desperate mindset where you put the blame on other people. But at the same time, you are the one who is depriving yourself from being in a healthy relationship. Because a man who unconsciously believes that women are the enemy, he is never in a position to actually build a healthy relationship with a woman because it goes against his unconscious belief system. Two contradictory beliefs cannot exist in your unconscious because you will automatically learn to self-sabotage your own path and stop yourself from going into a healthy relationship. And I am sitting here, and it's not that men haven't hurt me. I have had a lot of men hurting me. I am the woman I am because of the hurt that they caused me. And still, I could have been in this position telling that men are shit, but I don't believe that. I believe that a man significantly improves a woman's life. But I had to do a lot of inner work in myself to actually heal the bias I had against the men who hurt me. And it's not fair for me to actually generalize the vast majority of the male population because I was the one who attracted these toxic men into my life. Just like that, if you had a past relationship trauma, you were the one who attracted this person into your life based on your inner traumas. And trust me, when you work on yourself and heal these aspects of you, you are never even going to get attracted to a woman like her because it's not that there is any lack of good women out there, but you believe certain things unconsciously about women and your reality shows that to you again and again. Only 5% of your reality is controlled by your conscious mind, whereas 95% of your reality is controlled by your unconscious mind. And the worst part is we don't even know what's in our unconscious mind until we actually sit and dissect ourselves and analyze our own self. And this requires a great amount of self-awareness, which only men with class 3 mindset, the builder mindset, have. Now let's go a little bit deeper into understanding why the externalizer always lose in the dating games. Usually these are men who have these preconceived notions that women only like toxic men. Give them less attention and they would get drawn towards you. Women only go for looks and money. All women are the same. The dating game is rigged, and he starts even blaming astrology and his planets as well. And here is the truth. Women don't reject a man because he's unlucky. They reject a man because he is not self-led. He does not showcase any leadership skills because this is a man who is constantly stuck in victim mindset. And men with this class 1 externalizer mindset, they don't lose because women are evil. They lose because his psychology actually broadcasts that I can't lead myself, I can't take responsibility, as a result of which I'm going to seek you, and when I don't get that, I'm going to blame you and I'm going to collapse, but I'm never going to take responsibility of why I keep drawing people like you in my life. Now let's talk about why the class 2 men aren't chosen. He is a man who is a performer who thinks that, okay, I'm the good guy, I treat her so well, then why am I still not being chosen? Somewhere this question itself shows that he lacks the self-worth that he actually needs to build a healthy relationship too. Because somewhere he himself is not convinced of his own worth, which is why he keeps even questioning, okay, I'm good to other people, but then why do they not choose me? And here is exactly what happens. This is the nice guy who tries to control the outcome, who tries to overdo things so that he doesn't face rejection. And he also doesn't have the nervous system regulation to actually handle rejection. He overtakes a woman because he can't sit with uncertainty. Somewhere his worth is actually tied onto that other person choosing him. And this is where he starts chasing her, starts overgiving, starts going and crossing his own boundaries in the hope that she actually sees his worth one fine day. And class 2 men get stuck in the loop of thinking, I did everything right, but I still did not get her. But you didn't do those things out of kindness. You did that out of negotiation, out of performance. And somewhere women can feel the things that you're doing is not from a place of kindness, but it is actually from a place of the fear that you have when it comes to losing her. Now let's talk about class 3 men, the builders, and these are the men who actually win in the game of dating. Class 3 men, they are not alpha, they are not cocky, they are not overconfident, but they know who they are. They know what they bring to the table and they know their worth. Their mindset believes in internal locus of control where they know that outcomes are shaped by their own actions. If they want to win in the game of dating, they have to raise their standards and they have to keep rejecting other women as well, because he is not going to put himself in a position where he is going to get taken advantage of. And he wants a relationship, but he is not willing to settle for one because he is lonely. His mindset actually believes that he controls the outcomes. If he wants a good dating experience, he is supposed to raise his standards and he is not supposed to settle for just anyone. He also doesn't chase what is not choosing, and he does not beg for commitment, and he does not negotiate any form of attraction. And he also has something that the high performers and strong leaders have. He's able to actually contain his emotions, process his emotions without leaking it every single where. And he also has growth beliefs about relationships. He believes that relationships can actually be improved with learning, with self awareness, and with effort. He does not generalize the entire population of women, saying that women don't have any accountability, women are shit, women are useless. No, he knows that there are good women as well as there are bad women as well. And he has the awareness to actually choose a woman that is right for him. And research on relationship beliefs actually shows that people with this growth mindset about relationship are the ones who are going to have a satisfactory experience when it comes to actually attracting a healthy relationship and even maintaining that as well. Because if you're going into the whole dating game, making the other gender the enemy over here, you already have preconceived notions about people. And even if they make a mistake, which trust me, everyone makes a mistake, you would go into the mindset that, oh, all women are shit. But whereas you don't see the other person as a human being who possibly also has their flaws. Nobody is perfect in this world. But you need to choose someone who is imperfectly perfect for you. And you can only choose someone like that when you go into the dating game with the open mindset, when you heal your past relationship traumas, when you heal your past betrayal traumas, and when you actually work on your perception of women in general. All the high performing entrepreneurs, they have a very sharp mindset. They don't wait for someone else to take the action. They have their agendas, they have their goals, they have their vision, and they do whatever it takes to actually work in that direction. Dating is no different than actually building a business. You are going into the field with some goals, and you don't settle until those goals and visions are matched. And these leaders, they have proactive personality. They take ownership, they take accountability, they do everything from their side to actually make the best use of their time. And for example, if you're in business with a supplier and the supplier is giving you shit, you're not going to continue working with this person. The same thing applies to the game of dating. If you have gone out with someone for 1 month and if the way she is behaving does not match your standards, you are free to walk away. You can detach from her and you have the option to actually say, hey, this is not someone who fits into my life vision. But for you to be a man who is capable of saying that, you also need to first understand your standards at a deeper level. You need to work on your self-worth and your confidence. You shouldn't be waiting for permission to lead. You shouldn't be waiting for clarity. You shouldn't also be begging for something that's bare minimum. In fact, when you are a man with high standards, you would not even have any issues when it comes to dealing with women because you are ruthless when it comes to actually protecting your heart. Now, if you are someone who falls into class 1 or class 2 mindset, and if you want to work on yourself, you can reach out to me through Instagram, DM me the keyword coach to book a consultation with me, or you can even find the links to my courses in the description box below. One course is to build your masculine energy and confidence, and the second course is specifically applicable to class 2 performer men because this actually addresses your nice guy habits. And class 1 and class 2 men don't consciously choose this bad mindset, but they inherit them. And they go into the dating game with this mindset and then they self sabotage and then they fall for women who actually matches their unconscious belief system about how bad women are, and then they are rage baiting. But this is where the whole dating game actually becomes less enjoyable to men, and it actually becomes a place and field where you start showing your trauma response. And once you develop this builder mindset, women don't need any convincing because they truly feel the difference and they truly feel your magnetic aura coming through. So I hope this episode is helpful and I'll see you guys in the next one.